Tonight we begin with development that U.S. federal authorities had feared, tracked, and quietly prepared for. A discovery that unfolded not over months, but in a single day. A single day that exposed a hidden artery of crime beneath American soil. A single day that unraveled a network worth nearly $2 billion. A single day that forced law enforcement to move faster than ever before. What cartel engineers built beneath the Texas border crossed a line that federal agencies had hoped would never be breached at this scale. And when that line broke, the response was immediate. They responded with precision, coordination. Meanwhile, the Attorney General addressed the public in a firm, measured statement tonight. She said, "This discovery shows the scale of criminal innovation we are up against." She said, "But it also shows the strength of coordinated enforcement." And she said, "We will continue to dismantle these networks piece by piece." These are not empty phrases. These are statements from leadership that understands how high the stakes have become, an overwhelming force. Here's what makes the situation even more concerning. The tunnel wasn't isolated, along with the primary discovery. Financial investigators also froze multiple linked bank accounts. Mexican authorities reportedly increased patrols on their side of the border. Regional law enforcement heightened highway interdiction, targeting distribution routes. All of this happened within the same 48-hour window. When cartels move multiple pieces at once, it means something larger is underway. Analysts are now considering several possibilities. One is that the cartel was preparing a long-term high-volume corridor. Another is that they were attempting to bypass tightened surface security. A third possibility, the one worrying officials the most, is that this tunnel was meant to be the first of several. But today, authorities took that option off the table. They didn't delay action. They didn't issue warnings. They didn't wait for full completion. They moved in. What we're watching now is a test of capability. Cartel networks want to see how far they can push infrastructure without detection. Federal agencies want to show those limits are shrinking. Local authorities want to prevent community impact. Tonight, we've heard from officials who are now monitoring related sites. They say more arrests are likely. They say forensic teams are mapping the full 400-foot tunnel structure. And they say the cartel's decision to invest at this scale is likely part of a broader strategy to industrialize trafficking routes. But law enforcement is not backing down. In fact, authorities are emboldened. Their response today, swift, targeted, and intelligence-driven, sent a message to cartel leadership that large-scale projects will not go unnoticed. And it sent a message to communities that enforcement pressure is increasing as the investigation continues. We expect more details to emerge about what exactly this network hoped to achieve. But what we do know is that today's operation was timely. It disrupted a major supply route. It exposed financial infrastructure. And it prevented a long-term criminal expansion. What happens next will depend on how these networks adapt. If they pull back, this moment will be remembered as a turning point. If they escalate, authorities have already shown they are ready. They have shown they are ready to respond. And tonight, for the first time in months, cartel activity in this sector appears to be paused. The border zone is quiet, too quiet. And when criminal networks go quiet, it means they are planning. It means they are choosing their next move carefully. Because tonight they learned something. Underground doesn't mean invisible. Complex doesn't mean undetectable. And scale doesn't guarantee success. This story is far from over. But tonight, one thing is clear. A massive tunnel was found. A billion-dollar network was exposed. And the balance just shifted. And international partners